Hi guys, I'm Mukri, the one and only.
And I'm Rebecca, your other co-host. And welcome to the FANG Podcast. It's a new episode, new week. How you feeling, cuz?
I'm feeling great.
You feeling good?
Yes, I'm in
Feeling
good
great.
spirits.
Good spirits, that's good to
Yeah.
hear. I'm feeling good too. I woke up, I didn't wake up early. I kind of actually rushed getting here, but I still feel good. I feel like I got a good amount of sleep, you know. I needed the extra Z's because I was watching Insecure last night and I fell asleep on the couch.
Insecure, right?
Insecure, yeah.
Now Olivia Pope. Insecure.
Yeah, Issa Rae.
Issa Rae. Right person.
Right person, yes. I think you said white person. I'm like, huh?
No, that girl is black. Okay. How do you say your week was good though, right?
Yeah, week was good. We had a barbecue at your place.
It was
lit.
fun.
That was fun. I had a good time.
The drinks, they just bring something else out of
She
me.
took the crown that night too. My sis was off it.
I
In a
was
good
not
way.
I wasn't too off of it. It's just that when I start drinking, I start dancing. And
She
if I
showed all
start
her moves,
dancing,
okay?
right? If I start
Half of
dancing,
them I didn't even know she could do.
I'm
I
telling
was like, you
you.
better go. Take the crown, girl. Take the crown.
And then I pulled out the hula hoop.
Yo, I know you were practicing doing like a routine or something with the hula hoop, but you did really fucking good, bro.
Really?
You look so good. I was like, oh, she's all coordinated. She got the little 1-2 step down. I was like, okay, girl, I see you.
I be in there. Y'all got me on a good day because I was drinking. So there was no limits. But trust me, the next day, my legs.
My legs, I
My
feel it.
legs was feeling it.
Felt in the knees too.
I was at work limping. I'm like,
Mm-mm.
and they all looking at me like, oh my god, we had fun. I'm like, I'm glad y'all did. But
It
my
was a good
legs hurt.
time. I had fun. I had a good time.
It was a whole different environment, right? It wasn't our typical Ninja barbecue. There was no jollof rice.
Yo, we had cheese on a hot dog. Cheese on a hot dog.
Yeah.
I've never had white American cheese on a hot dog. A specific hot dog, Nathan's hot dog, because it's kind of seasoned. You can't just buy any regular hot dog.
You really can't.
Yo, my mind was blown.
But you forgot she also seasoned it. I know
The
y'all be.
first one she seasoned. The one that I ate, which was the second round, she didn't season it.
She been seasoning.
Oh,
She seasoned them shits.
what she put
First of
onion
all,
powder, right?
okay, you know how people be talking about white people don't season their food? My good sis seasoned the fuck out them hot dogs. I didn't even know you could season hot dogs.
I never thought of that. Normally we just boil it and then put it in the bread and eat it with ketchup.
Right. Or you grill it and you put it
Right.
in a bun. But like, sis
It was
put
good.
cheese. And
White American
onion
cheese
powder.
on Nathan hot dogs. You need to try it. It was fire.
Don't come for us if you don't like it though.
You should like it. If you like cheese and you like hot dogs, you'll like it.
Right. It was really good. That was good.
That was good.
I don't even think I had a burger. I don't remember.
I had a hamburger. I had a burger. I had a hot dog. That's really it.
That's all we were serving. No one brought rice. No one brought chicken.
It was just hot dog and vibes.
But yeah, thank you for tuning in with us. This is the FANG Podcast, which is First American Nigerian Generation. And today we are going to discuss marriage, the holy matrimony, till death do us apart, for better or for worse, in sickness and in health. You guys could tell I'm ready, right?
You ready? And we all know you want to get married.
I do. I really do. Marriages that I've seen, a lot of them, I don't know any married couple that is still married right now. You know what I mean? From our
upbringing.
So it's like, damn, I want to get married, but I want it to be forever. Like,
you're stuck in this forever.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Like infinity and beyond.
Dun, dun, dun.
Right? What about you?
I definitely want to get married. I feel like for me, I see marriage as like I don't want to say end goal, but like I don't know, growing up, it's always been like marriage is the goal. You know, you're gonna grow up, you're gonna get married, you'll have kids, like that's what it's always been. You know, as growing up, you realize there's more things that you want to do. Marriage isn't just it, but it's definitely still a goal for me.
It is. So
I want love. I want a partnership in both business-wise and life-wise. Because we already are business-minded. There's no way in hell I can marry someone who's not as business-minded as me or even more, who knows more than me.
There's levels to this shit.
Huh?
There's levels to this shit.
There's levels to it, yeah. And I don't know. I need my partner. We got to do business. I was saying something earlier to myself,
Hmm.
trying to like prepare for the episode because I like to do that sometimes. And I was like, me and you, although we're family, like obviously we're not gonna get married. But if we weren't family and we already have love for each other,
Hmm.
so that's that. We already have business with each other. Wouldn't it make sense to like get married and like make it official official? Because for business purposes, technically what marriage is for. You know what I'm saying?
Do you want to marry me?
You're not my type, but I do love you though. But yeah, like that's what I was thinking. Like if we weren't related and we actually, like that would be a thought in my head. Because it's like, why not? We already started something
You're right.
great and we know it's gonna be even more than great.
You're right. I agree with you. I got water on my chest. I can feel it. I can feel it's like drip,
Drop,
right?
drip, drippity drop.
Nah, but I agree with you. Honestly, I be sometimes like let me keep on my track mind. So when you said that, right, it kind of reminded me what of this thing I used to say when I was younger. I would be like, I want somebody that's like my best friend,
Fact.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would be referring to my actual female friend. But it's always been hard to find in a male, and I don't know why.
Yo, I really have no male friends.
You don't?
I don't think I do really.
I don't know if I do. I think I do.
Well,
But then I don't know if people have secret intentions for me.
I don't have any males that I would consider a friend because I use that friend word. I have I can count on my hands my friends, but males, not really. Bro, I barely was raised around males, so it's like
That's
I be
true.
so fucking awkward around men sometimes. It blows my mind. It's like, Rebecca, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why you acting like what is wrong with you? Oh my gosh! And even us, we grew up. It was all girls. Like
That's
there was
true.
really no boys around in our family.
We only had one.
Yeah, one.
And that was the one they were like, oh, Dabla, that's your husband. Dabla, that's your husband. Yeah, they used to play that game a
They
lot.
play so many games.
Yeah, no. But we really did not grow up a lot around men.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, that's what I hope. Like, if I have a child, I really hope it's a boy. And I really hope it's boys. Because I just been around too many girls.
Too many estrogen. I need some testosterone.
Ooh. Not too much, though.
Not too much, though, yeah. Not too much.
But marriage would be cool. I honestly see it like you said, like a business. Because marriage is it's a commitment emotionally, spiritually, and
Financially.
that's what I was about to get financially.
Mm-hmm.
But I think marriage is confusing right now.
Because we used to see it as a fairy tale, but
Yeah,
it's not at all.
yeah, you're not lying. Because I was telling myself like my wedding's gonna be like the Beauty and the Beast theme.
No, I never thought about like what my wedding would be like.
You didn't?
I never thought about it.
I did.
And until recently, now I'm like, okay, I know I need to have this, this, and this. So it's like my top 3 things I want in my wedding. But before, I never really would like think, do I want an outdoor wedding, a church wedding? Do I want to get married on the beach? Like the colors and shit like that. I never.
Oh
really
yeah, I didn't think that hard. I didn't think that hard. Cause I said if I knew if I think that hard that say my partner wants something else against what I want, there's gonna be problems. So I'm keeping an open mind right now.
Definitely.
But for sure, I have to have a traditional wedding.
Oh, I'm having 2 weddings, bro. We having 2 weddings. One here and one back home.
Ooh,
we have to.
The one back home is about to be fun.
I can't wait.
And I want to. There's a whole process to a traditional Nigerian wedding. But what I do like is how we've combined traditional Nigerian wedding with the American white dress wedding. Mm-hmm. Like we do both.
We still wear the white dress, but obviously with our own, we get it custom made with the laces. Maybe I don't know Ankara.
No, I mean, more like laces.
White one.
I'm not gonna do Ankara for my wedding. I'm not gonna lie. That's gonna be like a little insult.
Insult?
No, it's
Why?
insult.
Why?
I don't know. Like your wedding is such a big ceremony. I expect the lace.
You could add some Ankara in it. I'm gonna have like 2 wedding dresses. The one I walk down the aisle with, and then the one I walk into the reception with, and then I'll have an outfit for the reception. Maybe 2 for the reception.
But you're gonna have more than that because then you have to have the dress for the introduction.
Oh,
or yeah,
dresses, no, for real.
For the introduction, like every day, the bride and groom is about to change like 3 to 4 times. Okay. And if you invited, you better come step in. step
Bring
in
your
your
A
actual
game.
beat, right?
Don't outdo the bride. Well, you can never, but
Right, you
still,
can't. If
no.
you outdid the bride, then the bride did it wrong. Maybe that's just her style.
Maybe that is her style. Who knows?
Right. Um, but fam, what's marriage? What is marriage to you? Like you said like those three things, but if you can have it, what is it? Like how do you envision it to be?
A long-term relationship, like that's my best friend, that's the person I confide in, that's the person I talk to about personal stuff, about business stuff, about just random shit. I talk about the most randomest shit, and if you could tolerate that, I really would appreciate that. I would really appreciate that. Just knowing that there's someone in your corner no matter what. Like I always say, I was raised the only child, so I've always been me. Like I'm always focused on me, me, me. But to know that I can rely on someone else when things don't go right for me, when I just need that time to, okay, you need to rest and relax. I know this person is going to take over and they're going to handle everything. And I don't have to worry because I trust and I know that they are going to handle shit the way it's supposed to be handled. That's what I want.
Damn, sounds like a contract needs to be made.
Contract.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, marriage, yeah.
It's a fucking contract. What the like what? I know what I was saying. That is you're right though. It's marriage is kind of complicated though, right?
I don't really know much about marriage. So.
Me either.
We really
Maybe it's just like me assuming and putting my own little thoughts from here and there together
yeah.
and making up this big storyline that's not there.
Yeah, we still have like those fairy tale ideas about marriage and weddings. So we're still looking for that, but we're also more aware of reality. Like then we were what, 7, 8, 9, 10? Now we're in our 20s. We know it's like real life shit. Like I'm not just gonna meet Prince Charming and he's gonna sweep me off my feet and he's gonna buy me the glass slipper and it's gonna fit and that I know that's the one. It's not gonna be like that. It's not gonna be like that.
Let me get out my head.
Get out your head. And become aware. For real.
But I don't think that is impossible. I think it's very much possible. Like you know why I have to say that? So even though we may not be together anymore, right? Me and my ex.
Mm-hmm.
Like when people would be like, "Oh, so how did y'all met?" I would have him tell the story, right? Because like I said, it was a fairy tale to me. Like it was a book. It was our own little our own happy ending or beginning ending. Beginning, oh no, it ended. But it was our own it was like our nice little once upon a time.
Yeah.
Right? And the way the story went, it went like a book. So when he used to tell it used to make me happy. Cause it was like you can have that. You can find that. As much as people say, oh, it's not realistic, I think it very much is if you can find somebody that wants it in that kind of way just as much as you do.
Just as much as you do, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, because it was definitely a fairy tale beginning, how we met. Like you watching me for months or like you seeing me but you never approaching me. And then one day we end up being in the same room and you just took that as your chance to say something. But whole time you've been peeping me, I didn't know who you were.
Mm-hmm.
It was a fairy tale.
Yeah, that does sound sweet.
It was very sweet. It was so sweet. Honestly, I thought I was gonna marry the person, but honestly, I was stuck in my own head. There was so many things happening, but one thing it taught me, like, I was watching something on I don't remember where it was on some social media platform, and it was somebody that considers themselves to be Christian, and they were sharing the thought that we are married to the idea of divorce. I was like,
Idea of divorce.
yes, we are married to the idea of divorce. That we get into we will get into something. But don't come for me. I don't know if I'm gonna say this stuff like the way it's supposed to be said, but like you'll get into something, right? You'll get into a relationship, but when there's a disagreement or something just doesn't go the way you want, it doesn't have to be anything drastic. Some of the first thoughts that some people go to instead of solving the issue and forgiving and moving on is that, oh, I can find someone better than you.
That's the problem,
right? So you're kind of, that's what they were like meaning by marrying to divorce, because you're already thinking of your next way out to get into something new.
And that's how a lot of dating is now. There's so many options. Even with online dating, You just swipe and swipe and swipe. You see someone, okay, he's cute. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Okay, he's cute. Swipe, swipe, swipe. You have all these options available at your hand.
Right.
And it's like you're never gonna settle down and, stick with a good person or whatever because, oh, there might be something about him that you don't really like. Okay,
Hmm.
maybe I'll find that in the next person
Right. And
or
then
the
you end
next
up getting into
person.
another situation, end up being toxic. You actually never win.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lose-lose situation. So it was like going through what I went through and then hearing that as well, like years later, I'm like, oh damn, Mukri, like if you think you and that person are for each other, it's something you have to work to, no matter how many disagreements, as long as there's this mutual understanding that y'all you both want each other
Mm-hmm.
and y'all want to grow in these different parts of your
Yeah, because
lives.
regardless of any arguments or problems that happen between you guys, we got into this relationship, this partnership together for a reason because we genuinely love each other. So we
Right.
always have to come back to why did we do this? Where did we start off?
Oh my god, bro. Yo, get out of my head. So I have a sketchbook, right? Sketchbook, scrapbook, right? Cause honestly, I live in my head. Like I really think in fairy tales. So I used to
Mm-hmm.
like have a scrapbook and say we go on a date or me and you do something together, friends, relationship, boyfriend. It was everybody. I would take something from that day, put it in a scrapbook, and I would have whoever that day consisted of
Mm-hmm.
write in the book,
Oh.
including myself. Like, what did we enjoy out of this day? What was your favorite part? What happened? And it was kind of nice to see like different point of views. So when you said that, it had me thinking like, damn, like as of recently, I found the scrapbook in my, college stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I went through it. I'm like, damn, you know what? If I had read this years ago, during those times I was mad, I'd have been like, my career's not that serious. You can let it go. Because it was like what was written was reminding me like, oh, I still love you. Like I'm still for you.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I need to get out my head.
Yeah, we be in our heads a lot. Everyone, even me too. I just be thinking about just going over and over, just thinking of different scenarios or different things. And not even just about marriage. I'm just talking about general.
Yeah, in
Just
general.
going through different thoughts, thinking about different scenarios and shit. And it's like, Rebecca, you're doing the most. I literally have to psych I literally have to psych myself out of certain shit. And I don't know if you were there when I was speaking about it at the barbecue when we were in the pool. I was telling Taya how one way I get myself to when I'm scared or I'm fearful of something, I always tell myself, yo, you're not important.
Yes, I was there when you
I'm
said
like, you're
that.
not important. And I say that because I might be scared to do something that I've seen other people do and do it successfully. If they did it, why can't I do it? Like what makes me special that I think I can't do it?
Right, that you psych yourself out of doing it.
Exactly. And then I end up doing it and I was cool. Example at the pool, I was being a pussy, no funny shit. The water was cold and I wanted to sit in the pool, but it was cold. I didn't want to touch in my back. So I was like, Rebecca, you're not important, just do it. Just do it. And so I did it. And I was like, finally. Who was you scared for, Rebecca? Like you been scared for nothing.
It's stopping yourself from doing something you know you wanted to do.
Exactly. Like, you're not important. I mean you are, but you're not.
Yeah. You're important. You're not important enough to stop yourself from doing something you want to do.
Yeah, that's just the way. I don't know if other people understand it the way I'm like speaking at it, but that's how I think of it.
Right, that's how
You
it works
know,
in your head.
yeah, that's how it works in my head.
I'd be like, I'm not gonna die.
No.
If I'm not gonna die, I'm with it.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I know I could come out alive in the end, we
That's all that
good.
matters, and we good.
Right? Oh, marriage is so sweet. Oh, we've been to so many weddings. Not so many, but as of recently, it was nice to go to, some weddings and see our peers get married.
Yes. Oh my God. It was like, wait, you're getting married? Like I remember we were like in church together,
Right.
all young and shit, and
In
now
Coney
you got
Island
a whole
Beach, going
man,
on
like
these
official
rides.
for real, right?
And
Man.
oh my God. So let me tell you something. Why my mom gonna make this comment, right? I don't know what we was talking about and everything. But she basically had made the comment and was like, Mukri, look at it, look at it. Time is not on Mukri's side anymore. I'm like, what is that supposed to mean? What, because I'm 25 with no boyfriend? Is not on my side? And I know a lot of Nigerians, as the women at least, get told that, like, time is against you. You're about to you're turning 30, no husband, no boyfriend. And it's like, okay. So do I need to just marry the first dick I see, or like,
Yeah, like what you want me to do? Like I'm not just gonna go out find someone. Okay, you want to marry me? Cool. Let's go have babies too. Like what?
right?
Like there's other things that are important to me at my young age than getting married. Like I want to do other things. I still want to find myself. I'm not just gonna go get married because oh your clock is ticking. Where's the baby? Where's the ring? Where's this? Where's that? Where's the house?
So you feel like you still finding yourself, right?
I feel like we're always gonna be finding ourselves, no matter
Right.
what.
Always gonna be
We're
finding
always
ourselves.
changing.
So one thing I was thinking when it came to like, marriage is that I don't want us to stop finding each other. Cause how you met me is not how I am.
We're always changing, always evolving.
Exactly. And I realize that sometimes there's this like distance created in relationships when that whole getting to know each other stops. Because it's like, okay, it's boring now. Like I feel like I know you. There's no more to know. And in all honesty, like people change. The same things I liked now is not what I liked before.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, can we continue to learn about each other? Like maybe ask me what's my favorite color. Maybe it's not pink no more. Maybe it's not green. I'm being a child. I'm being a comedian though. I was like, don't ask me about my favorite color. That's
Ask me what
those
I
are
like
childish
to do.
questions.
Right.
No, it's not. It's serious questions. Because if you buy me something in a color I don't like, I'm not wearing it. I'm not.
What color don't you like?
Honestly, I don't like purples.
Wasn't your room purple?
No, that was Charlotte's room.
Oh.
My room was neon green.
Oh.
I love green and I love pink.
You really don't like purple?
No,
You
but
don't like being in my room?
no, I like your purple.
Okay.
I don't like the dark purple. I like soft purple, like lilacs and stuff.
Okay.
But like that dark purple that when people see it, they're like, "Oh, that's royalty." I don't know why. I just don't like that color.
It looks too black. It's on the black side.
Yeah, honestly, for a long time, you wouldn't catch me wearing black either. I was
I
always.
love black. Black make you look skinny. I always wear black.
I learned that, so now I wear black. I like it, but honestly, black was one of those colors I never wore either. But we're not talking about colors.
We're not. We're talking about weddings and traditional Nigerian weddings. And I want to share some information. So I did some research to figure out, like, what is a Nigerian traditional wedding. I want to come correct. We want to come correct on this
So you don't
podcast.
come for her.
Don't come for me. Don't come for us. Don't come for Fang, please. And most of the things that they listed out, I knew about, but some of them I didn't know about.
So put us on, fam. I'm ready to learn some new things too.
So, do you know what a dowry is?
I know it means you gotta come with the money.
Okay, so it doesn't have to just be money. So basically, the groom has to provide the dowry to the bride and the bride's parents. So they come up with a list of what it is that they want, whether it's clothes, food, money, animals, whatever. And the groom has to provide that to the family in order for them to accept the engagement.
I think I've seen it before. When I was in Nigeria and my cousin was getting married, the groom was bringing family was bringing like yams and goats
Mm-hmm.
and all that stuff. So that makes sense. Cause I was wondering why is there so much yam?
They
Like,
love that yam.
yo, it was that's exactly what we had this morning. I
Love
was
that yam this morning?
yes, and my mom didn't make me none, but I made sure to get mine
Okay.
from her plate. But the dowry. So since we're like Nigerian American, what do you think we would ask for? Because I know you're
I'll
not
let my
about to bring
mom.
me yam and chickens.
Yeah, I don't want yam and chicken. I'm gonna let my mom make that list because I don't know. Like, isn't the dowry mostly for the bride's family? I think it's mostly for the bride's family, not
Yeah, it
necessarily the bride.
is.
So I'll just let my mom be like, "What you want? What you want to give you?"
No, provide the bride and her family.
Oh, the bride and her family.
Yeah.
What would I want? Money? I mean, hey, I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. What about LLC?
Okay, property. We like that land. Ooh, land,
A house?
land.
A car?
Yeah, bring the land that we building our house on. That's my dowry.
Then I'll take you seriously.
Another thing that's common with traditional weddings is a double ceremony. So like we said before, I'm gonna have two weddings. I'm gonna have one in America and then one back at home. So normally they have the traditional, the more spiritual kind of ceremony back at home, and here is where they have the ceremony that's more like a melting pot of the American wedding as well.
Right. Yeah, no, definitely. And I don't think you can people do the American style wedding and Nigerian style wedding in the same countries as well. That's just Dami's point of Dami what Dami wants. You just want to do it in two different countries, but you actually could just do it here in America as well.
No, my mom says I need to have a wedding in Nigeria. So
Yeah, because you got family in Nigeria.
yeah.
But I'm saying like for those that don't want to go back home to Nigeria to do
Oh
their
yeah,
wedding,
definitely.
yeah,
There'll
so
still
you
be
can actually still do
yeah.
a traditional wedding here.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind doing either. I have to get married in Nigeria. I have to. My family has to come. You're right.
Yeah, like I want to experience that. Like it's my birthright. Like I want to experience it.
It really is.
Also, there's no guest list in a wedding. There's no such thing as a guest list. Anyone can come. Anyone in the community, anyone in the church, anyone who hears about the wedding, they're invited to come.
You're not lying. Because when I was in two weddings, right, in Nigeria, and when it was happening and everything, it was just like people from the streets were just people from the streets or that was on in the market not too far. They were all just coming and I was confused. I'm like, who are these people? They're not even dressed for the occasion. Like literally, and nobody, everybody's welcomed.
Everyone is welcome.
It's
yeah.
only in America you have a guest list.
Yeah.
Because they kind of make you pay per head over here.
There's always never enough seats.
Never.
There's never seats. There's never tables, but there's always food.
There is always
food.
It's never ending. You actually, as much food as there is, there's still enough food to pack and take home.
Word. Now, this one that I want to share, it reminds me of you. I think this is how you pronounce it. Alaga. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Alaga.
I think so. Alaga.
So basically, that is the person who not officiates, who's like the MC of the reception. It's normally a woman who does that. And I said that reminds me of you because recently, well, not recently, but recently you hosted an event and it wasn't for a wedding, but it kind of ties hand in hand. Like
it kind of
that was you. I like that was you.
If I could learn it, I would definitely do it.
And
maybe I should.
Even at parties, it's not even just weddings. Now that I think about it, it's normally a woman who's always the MC. Like at church, when they have like a church Thanksgiving and they might have a celebration after, or someone has like a birthday party. There's always someone who officiates or who's like the MC.
Mostly women.
I've mostly seen women do it.
Right. Like I know we have, our men hosts coming up and coming and everything, but they don't really, a lot of them don't really do weddings or major ceremonies. It usually would be like maybe birthday parties.
If it's like something small, intimate with the family, maybe.
Honestly, you really got me thinking. I have to ask, how do you become an alaga? But I don't know if my lifestyle will let me. As long as there's if there's not too much rules, I think I could do it.
A Nigerian wedding ceremony officiant.
Okay. So I could still be myself?
You gotta become an officiant? Is that like a thing, right? That's the thing.
I know, like, do I have to go, like, is there school for this?
Not school. I know, like...
like, I don't know.
I know, like, the person who officiates, like, the wedding and the vows and all that stuff. I think that's what it is, because it says officiant. We don't know. We're not going to get back to you guys on this, so do your research.
Yeah, I think I got to do my research, too, because honestly, they're very fun. I like the alagas. When they do what they do, they really make the wedding very entertaining.
Very interactive.
And fun.
And they always make fun of the men, the groomsmen.
Yes,
and
they pick at the men.
Not the bride, sorry.
Not really the bride, yeah. Oh my God. And so when the bride, that's my favorite thing, right? When, I don't know what part of the wedding ceremony that it is, but the bride will come with her bridesmaids and they will form a circle around her and they'll start singing, "Who's in the garden? I think a little fine girl. Can I come and see her? No, no, no." That is fun. It's like a childhood game, but they brought it into the wedding. I love it. I think I messed it up a little bit, but hey, don't.
Yeah, I kind of, it's coming back to me. I know what you're talking about.
Who's in the garden? Hey, little fine girl, can I come and see her? No, no, no. And then I guess we're supposed to keep saying no, 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 like, and getting louder and
until we say yes. And
then we allow the groom to see his bride.
You're right. I remember that.
Yeah. The perks of being a bridesmaid. You learn some shit. And I like when they make the men get on the floor. Honestly. They get on the floor.
Down. What they do? They kiss the feet? Do they?
No.
I don't think they do. But they kneel down at both The
they
parents
at
at
the
the feet of the parents of the bride.
yeah, or the just her family. Period. I think. Yeah, I think it's the parents of the bride, and it's a sign of respect and thanking the bride's parents that for raising his
Yeah,
wife,
for raising his wife.
and then his groomsmen do it as well as a sign of respect to the family.
Mm-hmm.
I fucks with it. Honestly, it makes I think I like that the respect portion, but then it also makes me feel like you really showing that you appreciate me. For a man to get down and lay on the floor
In front of everybody.
in front of everybody, it's a whole you kind of like I don't know the word. It's just a whole different level of respect. Like and that kind of goes into like how we greet our elders.
Yeah, we
In
kneel down.
Nigeria, we kneel when we'll kneel down. Men would,
They go on
you know.
both knees. I go on
Women go
one
on the
knee.
both knees. I'm not about to get on the
I don't go
floor
on
for
both
y'all
knees.
to
I
show
go on
y'all.
one knee. Or I just, what is it, a lunge? I might do a little lunge, like a half lunge.
She not lying. Cause me, I be doing a little curtsy. I be like, that's all. Like my knees hurt.
Ma, sa. That's
I-
it.
but if it's like my grandfather, I'm definitely getting on the way to the floor. He'd be like, "Get up, Mukru, get up, get up, get up." But yeah, it's definitely a sign of respect. If you don't know how to greet Nigerian parents, like honestly, have your friends teach you. Because when you do that, especially for if just for your friends' parents, there's a different kind of love their parents will have for you. Because you're literally showing them that you respect them at the highest.
Mhm.
So every time like I have
That's
friends
like
come
the
over,
ultimate sign of respect.
you know one thing? There was one time I knew this one boy wasn't gonna be for me. So he was coming to the house and everything. And
Hmm.
I don't mind any man in my life meeting my parents because honestly I introduce you as a friend anyway. But I want my family to know who it is that I'm interacting with. Because God forbid something happened to me.
Hmm.
I need them to know your face.
Exactly.
So so I was telling him like, oh, like, okay, my grandfather's here, he's Nigerian. So, and like, you're coming into our home. So I kind of just want you to show him some respect. So when you see him, say good afternoon, but just do, the greeting gesture,
Yeah.
the physical gesture. And they were like, no, I'm not going to do that. Why am I going to do that for? And it's like, yo,
You're not
you
doing
come,
it for me.
yeah, you coming into my house.
This is respectful. Exactly. Coming into my house, like there's just certain things that you should do, especially if you're telling them. It's different if you didn't tell them and they
Right.
were just expected to do it. And that no, you told them, and it's like, come on, be respectful.
Be open minded. It's not going to hurt you to get, it's
Right,
not going
right,
to
right.
hurt nobody. So it's just a sign of respect. You don't have to be getting married to show it.
Hmm. Another tradition with the Nigerian weddings that we love, I know we will love it, is the ashoebi,
Ooh,
and there's the gele.
ooh.
So
Fine girl,
gele
no
is
pimple.
the head tie that the women that they tie on the women. Normally it looks like a, I don't like a turban kind of. I know that's one kind of style that they
It is.
tie the
It
gele
comes in
in.
multiple
Multiple
styles.
styles, multiple colors, and they have the sago fabric, and I don't know what the other one is. The sago feels like a construction paper kind of material.
Them things is hard, and
That's what
they
I feel like. And then the other one is kind of like a rough, rigid material, and you need to have that strength to tie it because that should be hard to
it really
tie.
do. I like how Gele has evolutionized over the time. Cause you remember they were like Gele scantele. Like it used to be like they would make it as big as possible. These crazy styles, different patterns, and
like
now we made it a lot neater.
I'm so sorry to cut you off,
It's
but
okay.
like I know like growing up when I see like the black movies, especially on BET, and they have like the scene of them at the church, and the women they have like those big
Yeah, that's
flamboyant
how it
bright
started. That's
hats.
how it used to
It's
be.
kind of like that.
But now we kind of made it a little bit more elegant. We actually there's a structure to it that we've been maintaining, and I fucks with the new style.
Even now, the way they tie it, it's to show the baby hairs. Before
Yeah,
they would tie it so close on your forehead, on your ears, your earrings would be poking you in the back
they
right
still
here.
put it on the ears.
Oh my god, don't put on the ears. Let me show little baby hairs and yeah.
I love it. It really what I like is that it just allows you to see the beauty in the woman's face.
Mhm. Definitely.
Like every time I put my hair back and I put a gele on, I'm like, who is this girl?
And men too, they have it's called
Fila,
fila.
which
It's a
translates
hat.
into hat.
It's literally a hat, but it's made from the same fabric as the gile. So it always matches. And there's also ashwebi, which is the the color or the clothing that the family has chosen. So the bride side of the family, they would choose one color. The groom side, they would choose one color, and normally that's what they tell. So if you're a guest of the bride, you're gonna wear whatever color is for the bride. If you're a guest of the groom, you wear whatever color is for the groom. And even sometimes they might give material, they might give ankara or lace or fabric for it to match with the color, match with the prints, and just come to the party as your best self.
Period. It's kind of funny. I said it's kind of funny. I need to stop saying that. Now that I stopped saying I'm crying, but I keep saying it's
I need
kind of
to
funny.
learn new transition words.
Yes.
Transition words.
But so I have for my wedding, right? Because in my head, for me, I want my family to wear yellow, and I want the groom's family to wear. No, change it. I want the groom's family to wear yellow, and I want my groom to wear royal blue, and I want to wear yellow, but my family wear
Royal blue.
royal blue.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yellow and
definitely
blue
Beauty and the
together is a
Beast all the way.
beautiful color. You really like Beauty and the Beast like that?
I do.
I didn't know that.
I really do. I almost got it tatted, but then I'm like, I don't know if I want a tattoo. But I do. But I don't know.
Girl, get yourself tatted up.
I've been thinking about it. I already have a couple ideas. Ooh, another one? You want to know? What is this thing called? So, okay, this American wedding. The bride wears this thing on her thigh, right?
The garter.
Garter?
Is that what it's called?
Something. I wanted to get that tatted. And
I remember you told me this.
And it's still one of my ideas. Because I was like, it's an intimate tattoo. Only my partner will see it.
Get it, girl.
I know. Who gonna pay for it?
You,
and
girl.
but you gotta also find a good tattoo artist and everything. I don't know nothing about the tattoo world other than ink. Okay. But I do want it. Like, that is definitely one of my ideas. Like, that's an idea I stuck to. Because I was like, it's intimate. You're seeing a part of me that no other
person can see.
Right. And that literally is for my husband. So maybe what it is, I'll get it after I get married.
Okay.
Yeah, when I'm committed to one person.
Just don't get no names.
No, it's not gonna say nobody's name.
No initials neither.
I'm
just saying. Girl, sometimes you gotta just say that.
If it's not a verse, I don't want it. I'm not putting nobody's name.
There's another tradition that I didn't know about until I read about it. It's called proposal and acceptance.
Oh, I know.
It's when the groom is required to write a letter of intent, basically stating that, why they want to marry the bride, what they see in them, all of that stuff. And they write that letter to the family. And the family reads that letter out loud.
The family of the bride.
The family of the bride, yes. They read the letter out loud in front of everyone. And afterwards, they then give their acceptance to the groom to continue with the engagement and the wedding.
So, quick story. My family they just like to embarrass me. They just like to embarrass me because obviously I'm, at a wedding, family member getting married, excited, celebrating, and the MC, the alaga, just keeps calling my name. At first, I thought I was like hearing things, right? And they're like, Mukri, she's calling you. I'm like, okay, what happened? So I go, and mind you, this is in Nigeria. So I go to the stage and everything. She gives me the mic, and then she gives me an envelope. Bro, I have never been so confused in my life. Because what they did, it was like, we were surprising you. I'm like, surprising me? I needed to be mentally prepared for this. So they had me read the proposal of acceptance to everybody. And
what an honor.
It was an honor, but I was not ready because, being, Nigerian American, there's just some Nigerian names I've never seen before, and I did not know how to pronounce. And it kind of starts off with the name. So imagine butchering my own family name.
Yo, that is embarrassing.
It was embarrassing. But they knew I was American, so they took it easy on me. But still, y'all can at least told me how to pronounce some of this.
Let me prepare for this,
I was not prepared. It was definitely an honor, but don't surprise me ever again like that. Why did I laugh like that?
That's how you always laugh.
I know. I be trying to do the but it does not
Nah,
work.
it's not for you. Don't do that,
It's
please.
not.
I like your little out there flamboyant laugh.
My mom be like, Mukri, that is not ladylike. I'm like,
I'm Mukri like, what you mean?
period. Mukri like. Oh my God. But yes, that was the story, the life that my family has put me through. Such embarrassment.
I'm crying.
But
There's
I would do it
another-
over again.
You would do it again?
I would do it again.
Prepare though.
Yeah, just teach me how to pronounce the names.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I messed up the groom's name. Like, why? Why? It was definitely an experience, though.
Another tradition with Nigerian weddings is the wedding cake. So normally you see wedding cakes cut at the reception, but with Nigerian weddings, it's actually cut during the wedding ceremony.
Mm. And I like how they do it too. I know, like, I think they might do it in American weddings as well. But when we do it in the Nigerian culture, or maybe we should be a little bit specific, because is it Yoruba weddings or is this like
Whoa.
Igbo weddings? Or like, I mean, like, is it like, different tribe weddings? Or because now that's really a good question.
Yeah, I'm sure every tribe they have like their own little touch and different things within the Nigerian traditional wedding. But I'm just speaking general Nigerian wedding traditional. We're just speaking Nigerian as a whole. We're not really getting into specifics.
Right.
Because I don't really know much and I don't want to say the wrong thing or offend anyone. I don't.
Right. Cause I never attended an Igbo wedding. I
Me
kind of want to.
neither.
I want
Me
to go to
neither.
one.
You know the fake wedding party that we went to?
Yeah.
They did another one, but it was based on Igbo tradition.
Yeah, they did. I kind of wish we went to that one because I already know about Yoruba traditional wedding,
Right,
and
we
that's the
know
one
some
we
of-
attended.
Mhm.
Honestly, who's going to do Hausa? I'm kind of curious to see that. Or even Edo. That's another one I'm curious about.
We need more friends from different tribes.
Yeah, because I just know Yorubas
Yeah,
and
that's
maybe
what we're around.
maybe a couple
Igbo.
Igbos and I know a couple Idos, but yeah. Invite me out, y'all.
Take me out.
Right.
Take me out.
But the cake is supposed to like symbolize sweet happiness, and it's just so sweet how they will feed each other. I think they do that in both weddings.
Mhm.
Like the first piece is the groom feeding it to the bride, and the bride feeding it
feeds
to the
it to
groom.
It's so beautiful. I can't wait to do that.
I know, right?
Let me feed you, baby.
I'm excited. I really wonder who it is that we're gonna see ourselves with.
Who are
Matrimonial.
you? Hey, are you watching? Hopefully.
Not me. Is that the right camera? I think it's that camera.
Oh no, because he was doing like
Is it this camera?
he kept sectioning, so I didn't know if it was this one. Every time I would look here and he zoomed in, it looked like it was coming from this camera. So there's mad cameras, but I think it's you. Are you watching?
Yeah, I think it's you too. Yo, but so I've been talking this way this whole time.
Bro, I've been talking over here. Camera's right there.
Okay, we gotta get our shits together.
But the last tradition that they have on this list is the food. So normally for the wedding, it's the bride and the bride's family that will prepare the food. But you know, a lot of people got a lot of shit to do. Not everyone can make the food for their event, so they hire caterers, which is also acceptable. It's completely normal.
Yeah.
And they always make sure to have more than enough food for everyone. There's always food because, like we said, there's no guest list, so you never know how many people is really gonna come. You might plan for 100 people, you'll see 250.
You mean
Okay.
1,000? No, in Nigeria, because you're gonna have your list, and then your parents is gonna have their own list, and then their friends is gonna have their own list.
Mhm.
The aunties is gonna have their own list.
Mhm.
The uncles and yeah.
It's a public affair.
Honestly,
Everyone is there.
At this point, might as well do a wedding on an island, our own island. You can't tell us how many people can have on it.
Because how you gonna get there?
That's a good question. You better get your passports ready.
Mhm.
I love weddings. Weddings. I've cried at weddings. Like, who does not love love?
It makes you see, okay, maybe this is possible for me.
No, I think it's very possible for everybody. You just have to get into it with someone who wants marriage as well.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Because honestly, like, when we talk to these guys, like, do we ever ask them, like, yo, do you want to get married? Is marriage something on your mind? Or we just go with the vibe and just do casual conversation?
Yeah. I've done that, and that's not the way to go anymore.
It's
That's not how to
not.
date.
Yeah, like I've honestly like, yo, do you want to get married? Is marriage something that you want? Is it? Okay, then we can, continue getting to know each other.
Facts. Ask the hard questions first.
Right, get your non-negotiables out the way. Like, what is things that you're just not gonna accept at all?
Because at that point, y'all really don't know each other. So it's not like hurting feelings or saying nothing like, no, I actually want to hear what it is you have to say. If I ask you, do you believe in marriage? Is that something you see yourself doing? I'm not going to be offended by your answer, but I do want to hear what it is you have to say, what you truly believe, because that's going to determine whether or not we're even a good fit for each other.
Right.
Let's find out now, not 3 months down the line.
Shoot, not 5 years down the line.
Wow, that's crazy. 5 years? Oof. I can't. I'm sorry.
Yes, there is. Like that, and we've seen it. We've experienced.
We have seen
We've
it.
talked to people,
We've seen
and
it.
they done told us like 16 years they've been together, but now they want to get married. Like, okay, that's interesting. You know, you didn't think you needed it for like 16 years, but if it's something you want, then let it be known up front. Honestly, ain't nobody got time for these childish games no more. Like, if you want a marriage, let it be known you want a marriage. If you don't want a marriage and you just trying to hit it, please
Just say
save
that.
save yourself, save her, and save your time. Don't do that, because honestly, people are very manipulative, and they will do things to because you want something. They will do it until they get what they want, and then then show their true colors. No, don't be
And
like
then try to gaslight and make shit seem like, oh, it's really you that's, messing up the relationship or whatever it is at this point. And that is just not meant to be.
Yeah, because you know how many people be feeling like they crazy? It's like, yo, you're not crazy.
Yeah.
They just making you think like that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, every relationship, is different. But I think every relationship should have that common goal as to where do we want to end up. Are we just doing this for now? Are you the type of person where you just live in the now, you don't really think about the future? Or is that what you want? Do you want to get married? Do you not want to get married? Are you okay with just being together and y'all don't need that paper? Some people really don't believe in marriage. They don't need that paper. They don't need that. And if that's you, that's fine. If you find your person and that's them, that's completely fine as well. Y'all make your relationship work, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
But if marriage is what you want,
say it too. And if it's not what you want, say it too.
Right. Go find somebody else who's on your level. But we almost coming to an end. Let's talk about our food. Oya so wajang.
Wajaye. Hey, come on, it's stars.
Wajaye. Hey.
Come on, it's stars.
Wajaye.
Come on, it's stars.
Today we are gonna be talking about
the one
and only
Jollof Rice.
The one where some people just cannot compete. Okay, we're not even gonna start that Ghanaians Nigerian wars.
That's not a conversation
because we're about to hit y'all with some real shit. So I know that we was doing our research, and I know even going to Buff State, I learned that Jollof Rice is not it did not originate. I said origin. It did not originate from Nigeria or from Ghana. It was born in Senegal.
What we now know today as Senegal.
And honestly, jollof rice, homemade jollof rice tastes very different from party jollof rice.
They don't make it with the same love, bro. No, they're just making a batch amount of rice to make their money. That's how I see it.
No, for because it definitely be tasting different.
Right? Because when you make it at home, you put that love, you put that spice, that elbow in it.
Yes, that's sweet pepper.
The father of jollof rice. So when I say the father of jollof rice, I mean like the original way jollof rice is supposed to be made. There is a name for it. I am not going to try and pronounce it.
Let me see it. How you pronounce it?
It starts with the T.
Hey, Jesus.
Yeah.
Thea Boudien. Thea Boudien.
Spell it for the people listening.
I spelled Akata wrong the other time, but
I promise you the spell right there, so you're good.
So it's spelled. I think I spelled on the mic. Damn. It's spelled THIEBOUDIENNE. Honestly, if you know how to pronounce that, or you're from Senegal and can pronounce that, can you just stitch this part of the stitch this part?
Stitch this part and let us know, because we don't know what we were saying.
Yeah, we don't know how to say that, but we are open to learning. But continue what you were gonna say, fam.
Yeah, so that is the original way jollof rice is supposed to be made. There is a video that I came across. I don't remember all the ingredients, but they put a whole lot of different shit in there. Okay, they had like potatoes in jollof
Really?
rice, potatoes in jollof rice.
I don't see that being bad though.
I don't say it be bad. It's just to me, it's not normal because that's not how I grew up making jollof rice, and that's just not how I know jollof rice to be made.
Right.
Normally, we blend all our peppers, cook the stew, add the rice, and then you cook it like that. But they make it completely different.
You know what I learned? What was very different for me with making jollof rice? Because at home, my mom puts it in the oven to cook,
I do too.
right? But when I went to school and people were making jollof rice, people were doing it over the stove, and I was so confused. I didn't know that was possible. But it very much is. But when you do it, when I notice when you do it on the stove, there's a higher tendency for it to burn.
Yes,
That's why we
definitely.
put it in the
Put it in the
oven.
oven. And normally when I make it, I make a big pot. I can't make like a portion. I can't make enough for like 3 people. I make enough for like 15 people.
Right.
That's how I make it. And so you make it in a big pot, and it's easier for it to cook in the oven instead of
Right.
on the stove.
So, and if you use like the right kind of pot. Oh my God, there's one specific kind of pot that they use for making jollof rice. Everybody's house used to have it. It would
I know
be
what you're
like
talking
the
about.
big
Metal.
silver. Yo, and it wasn't
Yeah.
even like silver. It was like a
It's like
rustic silver.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I used to have it too, but we threw it out. We got a new pot.
A new one just like that though.
No, it's just a regular metallic aluminum. You know, like those deep
Yeah.
pots. And
Yeah.
it's like metal, silver, whatever the fucking terminology is.
I want to get that pot. I want that pot in my house.
I think I got it from like Target.
No, I want the African pot. That's the pot I want.
But yeah, back to how the original jollof rice was made. They add carrots, they add beans, they add bell peppers. And it's just so different. Like I want you guys to watch the video if you're able to watch the video. We'll have that link down below. But in the video it shows how they make it, and it's just really it was eye-opening for me. It's something I would consider tasting, but I wouldn't want to make it just because I don't know how to make it like that, and I don't it just gives different vibes, you know. The way I'm used to making it, I cook everything in the stew. The way they make it, they make the stew first. They add beef broth, you know, like chicken broth.
I could
Beef
see that
broth.
being making it more flavorful because sometimes if my mom made meat, like cooked meat, she will pour the broth from it into the jollof rice. But sometimes it could be a little bit too oily.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful. You have to be a
Very
science.
careful.
There's a science to this shit.
It was given when I was watching the video. It was giving me fried rice for a second. I was like, wait, you add vegetables in jollof rice? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think Ghanaians even they be boiling egg.
Some people put onions.
I put
like,
onions.
Not blended, like shredded onions in the rice.
I do.
You do?
Yeah, I like. But what I'll do first is I'll do it like twice. I will like caramelize the onions and then add the stew, the blended peppers into that, and then when I add rice, I would just put another batch of just raw onions in the rice. I love onions. Onions is good for you, so I always did that.
I don't know.
And I love bay leaf.
I know some people, me too. I always put bay leaf in my jollof rice. I know people add onions to white rice too, and I think that's where my disgust came from, because the texture of rice and the texture of onion is different. So I wasn't expecting that. It was crunchy, not crunchy, but you know when you bite it,
crunchy.
You know when you bite it, it's kind of onion is kind of thick. When you bite it, you hear the crunch a little bit, but you don't hear that when you eat rice. You eat rice is mushy.
Let me make it for you.
I don't know. I can't.
Can I make it for you? I'm gonna make it for you because it shouldn't have been hard at all. Like it's supposed to be boiled.
Yeah, if I eat onion, I'm blending it in my stuff.
I love it. And bay leaf and thyme is one of my favorite things to put in jollof rice as well. There's just something about when you add basil, is it basil leaf? Or bay leaf. When you add bay leaf and thyme to jollof rice, it just makes it smell like jollof rice.
And it just adds that unique flavor to it. Like that'd be the missing ingredient sometimes.
To a lot of people, jollof
bay
rice.
Leaf, like, dang, it tastes good, but it's missing something. It was the bay leaf.
Yep. Uh,
thyme, even parsley too. I'll be adding thyme, bay leaf, parsley.
yeah, I like my
Other one, I
herbs.
forgot the name of it, but oregano too. I'll be adding
I
just
like
a
oregano.
little spritz, spritz, you know.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I like adding the herbs into the Jollof rice. It just gives a nice little herbal flavor. I'm into
And it
herbs.
gives it true flavor, not so
Mm-hmm.
much the salty flavor, but like true flavor, and I love that.
You know, you got me wanting to buy some plants,
You should.
like some herbs, grow it, and add fresh ones into to the Jollof rice. Cause I added like fresh herbs onto pizza before, so I kind of want to try it on fresh herbs and
If
Jollof
you do that,
rice.
I will be coming to your house to get my own ingredients, my own portion, so I can make my
Okay, got you.
own food.
We can do that. I don't know if a lot of people do this too, but I add like a pinch of nutmeg into Jollof rice.
Never done that.
Yeah, a pinch of nutmeg. I think it's good. I don't know what it really does
Nutmeg.
to it, but when I don't have it, I don't like it. And we put curry.
I put curry too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
make it hot and spicy.
Mhm.
There was one time I had made jollof rice, right? And I kind of like, me and my sis Diamond, we were just eating it. Like we were cooking it and we were like, you know, tasting the stew to like, is it the spice that we want?
Mhm.
And it was not spicy enough. So we just kept adding more pepper.
Ooh.
So at the time we had my ex eat the jollof rice, right? Imagine he eating it and he starts crying. We're talking about a dark skinned man. He starts crying, his nose start running, he's like sweating. And we're both eating it like, yo, get over yourself. Like this is not
Get
even
over it. It's
spicy.
nothing. The spicier the better.
Nah, so I learned some people cannot handle spice. And
It's a tolerant thing, you know. It's tolerance. You know, you built up. You're able to tolerate that spice.
yeah,
I've been eating spicy food since I came out the womb. The way my mother be putting spice in everything. She even makes fried rice spicy.
honestly, her mom's food scare me sometimes. Because yo, there was when we were younger, they used to have us eat on the floor, right? So we don't make a mess. And imagine like sitting on the floor trying to eat the jollof rice and it's mad spicy. So you're not eating it, and she starts getting mad. Yo, you know, like the little in the back of the head, like eat the. Nah, I can't. It's too spicy. You want to kill me?
That's how Shala used to add. She used to eat white rice with butter. She would
Because
never eat the stew.
because it
White
was
rice
always
and
too
butter.
spicy. Nah, she needs to calm down with the spicy. Some people reflux cannot handle it. I think that was the word.
I'm about to make some jollof rice.
I think I am too. You got me wanting to make ayama shay since you made it.
Yes, girl. That shit was good.
Ugh. But we are basically done with today's episode.
Really, that was quick.
No, it was not.
It
Well,
felt like
how
a
long
quick
we been here?
episode.
And we are bringing it to a close. We have been talking too much for too long.
That
Okay.
really did not seem like an hour. Really?
I knew I was supposed to be
Wow.
on this bus headed to Jersey. This happened again last week.
I'm crying.
So we do want to thank you guys for tuning in with us at the FANG Podcast. Again, that's First American Nigerian Generation. And I'm your girl Mukri. And that's my good sis, my partner.
Yes, I'm Rebecca. Thank you so much for watching our episodes, watching our podcast. We appreciate every listen, every share, every comment, everything. Truly, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. If you want to stay updated on anything that we post, any information and stuff like that, you can follow us on Instagram at the FANG Podcast, as well as TikTok, we're the FANG Podcast. Yeah, we're the same on all platforms. And if you're interested, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at That Queen Beck, as well as my beauty portfolio page, Touched by Bex.
And you can follow me at its_Mukri. That's Mukri. And by_Mukri if you're interested in anything nails and hair. It's Mukri on TikTok as well.
Yes, so thank you for tuning in, and we will see you guys next week.
Oh, that bow.
Bye. That's a wrap.